Georgia Bulldogs meet the Tennessee Volunteers. Hi again, everyone, with Kyle Macy. I'm Dwayne. Welcome to Knoxville for this matchup. These two teams, Georgia and Tennessee, matched up in a game featuring teams of contrasting styles, Kyle.
They really do. Chubby Smith in his first year has the luxury of having 8 seniors on the squad. And they've adapted pretty quickly to that wide-open pace of 94-foot game, both defensively and offensively. Tennessee, on the other hand, with 7 freshmen, it's taken a little bit longer, but they like to give it in a half-court game, keep the score down low, 50s, maybe 60s, and they'll be happy.
Georgia, a veteran team. They'll start 5 starters, and they are led by a senior in Shandon Anderson.
Just an outstanding player, very versatile, can do a lot of different things on the floor. By the time he finishes his career, will be top 10 in scoring and top 5 in assists. He can go inside and score. He can also step out on the perimeter and hit that soft jumper.
Tennessee playing with an eye toward the future, but still their big scorer is a senior in the middle, the 7-footer Steve Hamer.
Yeah, Hamer's a real foundation down low. They build everything offensively around him. He can make some good low post moves to get you some points, and if he doesn't get it off the pass down low, they like to get him in the offense, touch it every time, but if he doesn't get it in the offense, he can also crash the boards. He's averaging 9 rebounds a game for the Volunteers.
The Georgia Bulldogs come in here 11-3. The Volunteers 8-7. Now let's go to Carl Ravitch, who's standing by in the studio. Carl?
Dwayne, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone, to our ESPN basketball studios. A full day of basketball, not only on ESPN, but ESPN2. We also have golf for you here. The first round, they had to deal with rain down in Puerto Rico, but they are back playing again. Then at 4 Eastern, we turn it over to basketball. DePaul and St. Louis, and at 6 Eastern time on ESPN, highlights of Super Bowl 23. Sports Center at 6:30 Eastern, then back to the bucket.
ESPN's presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Dollar Rent-A-Car, where low rates are just one of the reasons Dollar makes sense.
We're in Knoxville, Tennessee, at Thompson Bowling Arena, where Tennessee leads this overall series 70-41. Georgia comes in 22nd in the country this afternoon. Here's the lineup. They have Davis and Robinson, Anderson and Bell, Carlos Strong, and a forward, their third leading scorer, and their second leading Wharton, their second leading scorer, hitting better than 32% from three-point range. They have Williams, Harris. Torrey Harris gets a start at a forward spot. Johnson, and in the middle, Steve Hamer.
Brandon Wharton, one of the top freshmen in the conference this year. Damon Johnson, also a real solid player down low.
There's Tubby Smith, his first season at Georgia, off to an 11-3 start. He goes up against Kevin O'Neal in his second year at Tennessee with an overall record of 19-23. This year, 8-7 in the SEC, a victory and 4 losses.
Well, both systems trying to get used to the new coach, Kevin O'Neal, in his second year. You just said really likes his team and that the effort they're giving day in and day out in practice and also defensively.
Set to play basketball, and the opening tip controlled by Tennessee. Brandon Wharton. Wharton at 6'3", a freshman, and will serve more or less as the point guard, although Shane Williams at 6 feet tall.
Georgia out early, extending the defense. They're going to back off Hamer there, you see, but trying to come up with steals like that one by Davis.
And a steal by Davis. Takes it into the corner. Anderson, Shandon Anderson, looking for Bell. Bell against Hamer low.
At Tennessee, you can see in a man-to-man, but they'll really sag down low, almost to his own extent.
And Davis opens the scoring with a three-pointer from the corner. K2 Davis, the 6'2" senior in the book.
Davis, an outstanding defensive player as well, was voted before conference play as the top defender in the SEC.
Wharton. Now Johnson goes to the corner. The attempted steal up empty. Now Wharton off to the right side. They move the perimeter to Damon Johnson. Hamer drops it off low. And Harris, it's not going to go for Harris, but back there was Johnson. A whistle, however.
You know, one thing that Steve Hamer has done here lately is passing the ball much better. Early in the season, only had 4 assists. He had 6 against Alabama the other night, that time over the top, down low. And they'll go to the free throw line. Torrey Harris for 2.
And the foul against Robinson. Torrey Harris converts. For the year coming into this game, 4 out of 8 from the line. 6'10" freshman out of Sardis, Mississippi. He misses this one, and there to clear it is Terrell Bell. Into the front court. Robinson. Carlos Strong.
Georgia offensively, not only good ball movement, a lot of player movement, a lot of picks down, back picks, keeping the entire personnel as well as the basketball moving offensively.
Davis looking low for Strong returns. It's not going to go. And the rebound to Steve Hamer. Hamer averaging better than 9 rebounds a game for Tennessee. Wharton looking left sideline. And we have a whistle as he tried to move inside and get rid of the ball to Harris. A foul charge to K2 Davis.
Brandon Wharton really has his hands full today. Being a freshman in this league, still learning the ropes of the conference. And K2 Davis, as we said, one of the best defensive players. That time, good penetration to draw the foul.
Brandon Wharton. In front. Damon Johnson. Screen set there by Harris. Now to return to Harris in the lane. Shane Williams out front. And we have a foul coming here against Georgia. It's going to be assessed against Bell.
The stat report down low on Steve Hamer's teams like to play him pretty physical. That time, Terrell Bell just a little too physical, and the call was made.
Tennessee basketball. Wharton off the inbound to Torrey Harris.
Tennessee real deliberate in the offensive set, trying to get the ball down low to Hamer. Let him touch it at least once, and maybe kick it out.
They kick it out this time, Johnson, and here's a jumper on the way from Wharton for 3. Brandon Wharton. It's 4-3. Tennessee on top. Carlos Strong. Georgia likes the up-tempo game. They're averaging a little under 85 points a game. Here's Anderson with a jumper. Not going to go. And the tip goes out of bounds, belonging to Georgia.
Georgia likes to pick the pace up, similar to the Kentucky style that Tubby Smith learned under Rick Pitino. They also crash the glass as they are leading the conference in rebounding.
Anderson got a man in the air, goes to Bell, and contact underneath. Bell's shot would not go down. And the foul charge to Tennessee. It'll be assessed against Damon Johnson.
Once again, you see the versatility there of Shandon Anderson, penetrating, drawing the defense, a little drop pass to Bell, who draws the foul.
And Bell is at the line where he has hit 61% for the year.
Bell has kind of blossomed this year for the Bulldogs. He was a backup last year to Charles Claxton, now playing in the NBA, and with those extra minutes, he's kind of gained some confidence and doing some very positive things for Tubby Smith.
You saw a moment ago, leads the team in rebounding twice this year, has pulled down as many as 14 rebounds and converts the second free throw. Georgia leading 5-4. Williams. Now Johnson across the timeline working against Shandon Anderson. Hamer off the elbow. And here's a steal. Davis. Williams shadows him. Stops him along the baseline. Back out to Strong. Robinson handling the ball for Georgia. A one-point game in the early stages. Strong tries to muscle his way in and draws the whistle against Tennessee.
Shane Williams got caught that time. Good penetration by Strong. Strong struggling a little bit early. Had some injuries, been fighting off a muscle in the backside, kind of slowed him down some, but has been coming on. He's a really key to this Georgia ball club. They feel like they can match up with anyone the outside perimeter 3 at the 4 spots where they've been getting hurt so far this year.
And Strong converts this one. He is a 68% shooter from the free throw line. Georgia overall 63%. Tennessee 62% from the line. So neither team particularly strong in that department.
Yeah, conference free throw shooting down overall in the SEC, but Georgia did have a good outing last time out, made 21 of 28. So trying to get that free throw percentage up there. But overall, the conference percentage is down throughout the nation.
Strong's second shot is good. Georgia up by 3 with 16:51 to play. And a hold here on the attempt to get the ball inside. So the foul charge to Davis. Nope, check that. That's Robinson. Give the foul to Robinson. It'll be his second. Shane Williams. Wharton. Hamer. Wharton baseline, lost it. Saved the ball, but into the backcourt. And now the whistle. Shane Williams went back to get it. And Georgia will take over.
Again, Georgia scrambling on the defensive end. Tennessee a little impatient offensively. Hamer started the problems by leaving his feet on the first pass. And Wharton kind of took his eye off the ball when he went for the loose one.
Davis leads for Georgia, and Ray Harrison, a highly touted freshman, into the game for Georgia.
Tubby Smith feels like when he inserts Harrison that he's a little better shooter, so they get some more offensive points from the perimeter.
Harrison, a pass out, and a jumper on the way. That's good for three from
Shandon Anderson.
Yep, Anderson hit it again. 10-4. Williams into Hamer, and Hamer is in the book. Steve Hamer with a pair on the jumper. 10-6.
First time Georgia did not double down on Hamer, and he got him a quick two.
Underneath Anderson, off the glass, not going to go. That ball's still alive, back to Anderson. And he passes out front to Robinson. Moves it off to Strong. Georgia leading by 4. Looking for its first road win in the conference. 2 wins, 2 losses overall. Harrison out front. And another whistle away from the ball will send it the other way. We have a timeout on the floor with 15:32 to play. First half, 10-6. Georgia leading Tennessee as Tennessee defeated unbeaten Vanderbilt. It took the assist by Latina Davis, and Passion Thompson scored with 26 seconds left. Tennessee upending Vanderbilt 85-82. Cherie Sam with 25. Shamiqua Holdsclaw finished with 18 points. Vanderbilt losing for the first time, ranked second in the country. They're now 14-1. Number 6 Tennessee 15-3.
Those two teams, whenever they battle, always some exciting contests. And though Tennessee had that home streak snapped earlier this year.
Back to action. Tennessee with a basketball. That foul was on Carlos Strong to give Tennessee the ball. Wharton. The Damon Johnson. Johnson, a 6'4" senior out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Moves across the top of the key. They're looking for Hamer. Hamer battling underneath. He's got the ball.
Georgia with the substitution, there, Dwayne. John Nordine is in center trying to guard Hamer down low.
And out of the corner, Johnson hits to make it a 2-point game, 10-8. Nordine, the 6'8" freshman.
Really like his physical abilities. In great condition, they said, the offseason. Also demonstrates a pretty soft touch on the jumper in mid-range.
Steve Jones in the game as well. Now Nordine takes it inside and has it slapped away. Torrey Harris up with the ball, and we have a whistle in the scramble for the basketball between Nordine.
I believe they got
and
the
Harris.
foul on Nordine that time. Tried to do a little bit too much with the ball, lost control, and in frustration, diving for the loose one, committed the foul. Steve Jones checks in for the Bulldogs as well. Jones, a 6'6", 205-pound senior out of Philadelphia.
Backcourt, Wharton, double team. Johnson into the front court. Off to the right side, and a jumper on the way by Richard Lee. No good, and a whistle in the battle for the rebound. Davis and Lee pushing each other down there. Coming up at 4 p.m. today, we continue on. Strong returns to the game. Carlos Strong for Georgia. Ray Harrison. And on Anderson. Off to Harrison again. To Strong. Working toward the elbow. Davis a move. Baseline. Quick move into the glass. Good. K2 Davis with a pair. 12-8, Georgia on top. Shane Williams sidelined into the front court. Pass to Brandon Wharton. Tennessee normally a bit more deliberate in its approach to the game.
these two teams match up size-wise, Dwayne. Georgia, not a real big team other than Terrell Bell at 6'10". The size really drops off as strong. Listed 6'8", but kind of plays a little bit smaller down low.
Tennessee continues to move the ball. Hamer with a jumper from about 14. Steve Hamer with 2. It's a 2-point game.
The reason I point that out is last year when these two teams hooked up, Tennessee played them tough. A 1-point loss here at Thompson Bowling Arena.
Strong going inside is fouled.
Take a look down low. Steve Hamer, a little soft turnaround jumper. Georgia not doubling down, allowing him to go one-on-one, and shows good soft touch. You see his stats so far in the SEC, a pretty good year, really a foundation of this Tennessee offense. He's got to have a big game today.
Strong charged with his second foul. And Rashard Lee will go to the line. Jones comes back into the game for Georgia.
Kevin O'Neal trying to find some more time for Rashard Lee. Feels like he may be one of the most athletic players on his team and has come off a big game last time out against Alabama. He had 7 points and 5 boards.
All of that in 13 minutes. He misses the shot. That was Strong. Harrison. And a little kick out front. Off that comes the pass. Chadwick into the corner and a turnover. Davis couldn't handle it. So Tennessee has the basketball back. Toby Smith's team up by 2. Rashard Lee sent to do the inbounding. Baseline toward the corner. Wharton goes to get it. Against pressure in the backcourt. Williams across the timeline. Shane Williams working against Davis. Davis, the leader in steals for Georgia, has a couple already in this game. Now Lee. Here's Torrey Harris. Back out front, Wharton. Harris decided not to take the shot along the baseline. Lee comes baseline and misses. Shot clock still going, but the rebound comes down to Davis. Davis into the corner. Chadwick, this will be for 3. Not going to go. Battle for the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. Hamer and Harrison battling for that rebound. Hamer.
Damon Johnson checks in for Tennessee. You see the shooting percentages. Neither team, Georgia actually not shooting very well. Tennessee not doing a bad job, but got to take some of those open shots as Harris had the last possession. You see the contrasting styles. Tennessee sometimes turning down wide open shots. Georgia taking the first look available.
And to Hamer. Front court. Johnson in for Lee. Wharton, top of the key against Ray Harrison. Inside Johnson, it will not go. The putback, however, is good. Scored for Torrey Harris. So Harris with 2 to tie the game at 12. Harrison drops it off Chadwick, baseline a move, and it's rejected by Torrey Harris. And now a travel. The ball will go right back. Harris on the rejection, but a turnover, and Georgia gets the ball right back. Timeout on the floor. 11:42 to play. This game is tied in Tennessee. Georgia 12, the Volunteers 12.
Time breaks here at Maryland. What a team that was with John Lucas, Tom McMillan, Len Elmore.
Those were Lefty's best, and he had some great teams here.
Maryland leads by 1, 11-10 with 11:40.
On ESPN, let's head to Tennessee. We will pick up the call there with Dwayne Stats and Kyle Macy. Remember, highlights at half.
And welcome back to Knoxville. We apologize for the technical problems. Georgia leading 16-15 over Tennessee. Brandon Wharton at the line for the Volunteers, converting his first, and he has a chance to tie this game. The 73% freshman shooter ties it at 16. Now he'll leave the game, and Shane Williams reports back in. He's out front along with Aaron Green for Tennessee.
Shane Williams doesn't check out of the game too often, averaging almost 37 minutes a ball game, averaged 38 last year, so he logs a lot of time on the court.
Ray Harrison cutting inside Anderson, and a whistle. A block here. The foul charged to Torrey Harris. tie game at 16 with 10:26 left. And Steve Hamer, who had left the game for a couple of moments, returns, replacing Torrey Harris. Harris, the freshman out of Sardis, Mississippi, got the start at a forward position this afternoon for Tennessee. Anderson. Now here's Davis with a jumper for two. It's not going to go, and the rebound to Damon Johnson. Tennessee quickly into the front court. Johnson in control of the basketball.
Both teams compacting that defense. Pressure man to man, but you look at the off players. Davis with another steal.
Moore throws it away. K2 Davis will turn it into two. Davis with a pair coming off the intercept. Georgia by two. Aaron Green into the front court with a pass to Moore, who waits for Green to cross the timeline. Williams looking low. Hamer against Nordin. In the corner, Johnson. Williams, they work it to Green, working the perimeter. Hamer inside. Triple teamed, and he misses the shot. The foul whistled against Nordin.
K2 Davis, just great anticipation. There you see stepping in front. Williams actually went back.
He'll get the basketball back. 7:29 to play in the half. Tennessee up by two. 7:29 to play in the first half. Tennessee holding a 2-point lead over Georgia, 22-20. Kentucky atop the SEC Eastern standings, unbeaten. Georgia in 2-2, and Tennessee 1-4.
A lot of parity in the SEC this year. Kentucky playing very well right now. They've got a tough game coming up, though, Tuesday night down in Athens, Georgia, taking on the Bulldogs. But the important thing in this conference, you have to maintain that home court advantage. You've got to win the games at home, then try to steal some wins on the road.
Bulldogs down by two. They have a 2-rebound advantage over Tennessee so far, 9-7. Tennessee charged with 8 turnovers, Georgia 6. Jones with the basketball. Steve Jones, the 6'6" senior out of Philadelphia, to the freshman Harrison. Now Smith. G.G. Smith. Nordin continues to play with 3 fouls. Here's Anderson with a jumper, not going to go. That ball loose, and Florida will start back. Wharton leading Tennessee with 7 points to this point. Hamer back out front to Shane Williams. Williams working against Harrison. Tries Hamer again inside to the glass, and boy, they really collapse on Hamer. Smith back with the basketball for Georgia.
Watch this Tennessee defense now, Dwayne. One guy out pressuring the ball, the other 4 in the lane area.
Harrison's jumper not going to go, and Hamer skies for the rebound. Williams.
Hamer wiping the glass every time down.
His high this year, 17 rebounds in a game, averaging a little over 9 a game. Robertson moves the ball to Brandon Wharton.
Georgia in his own defense here. Almost a 3-2 with Anderson on the point.
Williams. Johnson. Williams again jumping it for 3. It will not go. Anderson away with the ball on the tip by Nordin. Smith accelerating, drops it into the corner. A pass to Anderson, top of the key. Now this is Smith out of the corner for 3. It will not go. Now the pass ahead on the break, and it will drop for Wharton. He has 9. Brandon Wharton. Tennessee up by 4, 24-20. Tennessee into this game 8-7 overall. 7 of the 8 wins have come at home, where they're 7-3. Anderson, Jones, Smith. Now Nordin pops and hits.
Good read that time by G.G. Smith. Good read by G.G. Smith as he penetrated, pulled the defense. Nordin just fading out a little bit, and as he's shown now twice, can hit that short jumper.
Brandon Wharton. And against his own. Wharton fires for 3, misfires again. Jones rebounding. Back to Smith. Into the front court for the Georgia Bulldogs. Harrison swings it to Anderson. Out to Smith. The matchup, Wharton and Smith there. Steve Jones. toward the glass. And we have the whistle blown here. The foul coming against Anderson on the charge. So Tennessee will get the basketball back. We have 4:27 to play. We're in the first half, and Tennessee has a 2-point lead. That's the first foul on Anderson.
Rashard Lee and Aaron Green both back in for the Volunteers. Played a couple of minutes earlier. Lee, an athletic player, couldn't get the shot to go down. O'Neal gave him a small break, see if he can get it started this time.
There's Wharton moving it to Shane Williams. Green. Green will try for three. Yes! Aaron Green, the freshman. He's a 32% three-point shooter for the year and connects to make it a 5-point game. Tennessee leading 27-22. This is the largest lead for Tennessee. And a whistle in the battle inside the paint. And this foul will go against Green.
Tennessee rotating on the defensive end. Green is a little late getting there. Anderson going to the line for the Bulldogs on the year 58%, but has made his only 2 this afternoon, has 5.
Shandon Anderson out of Atlanta, Georgia. And the shot will drop. Shandon, the younger brother of Willie Anderson.
Good gene pool. But they had some real battles one-on-one growing up.
Second shot on its way, and he does not make this one. Jones tries to put it back. The ball still in play. Wharton comes out of there with the ball. Brandon Wharton playing a fine first half for Tennessee. It's Green in the corner. Back to Wharton.
Georgia drops back man-to-man now, trying to pick up the aggressiveness.
Hamer to the glass. It will not go, but he is fouled. He was double-teamed, and I think it's going to be Nordin who they're going to charge with a foul, and if so, that will be his 4th.
Well, Georgia tries to collapse down low on Hamer, but they're a little slow getting there. Hamer already has gotten squared up to the basket. As you see, 4 Georgia players around, but Anderson a little too late getting there.
Hamer misses the first one. Now Nordin leaves with 4 fouls.
You've got to wonder why he was left in the game with 3 here in the first half. Shown some pretty good offensive threat, but Carlos Strong checks back in for the Bulldogs.
Shot is good. So Hamer makes it a 28-23 contest. Tennessee with a timeout on the floor.
Holloway resident.
Lou Penny?
Hey, what's going on? How's the road trip?
It's all right. What's all that? Are you having a
28-23 with 3:28 to play in the first half from Knoxville, Tennessee. Coming up on the Delta Faucet halftime report, Carl Ravage will be covering the highlights from Georgetown Seton Hall. Savoy is ranked 8th. Maryland against NC State, and an upset, the Australian upset. All of that coming up on the Delta Faucet halftime report. Nordin now with 4 fouls. 4 of the 5 Georgia starters have at least 2 fouls. The only one with under 2 would be the guard, Bertha Robinson.
And that's probably the reason that Tubby Smith decided to leave John Nordin in the lineup and didn't want any of the starters to pick up their 3rd here in the first half. So he gambled a little bit, but this time it looks like it didn't pay off as Nordin picks up number 4.
Georgia with the basketball, so Nordin out of there. A Strong return to the game. Smith to Jones. On the left side, Anderson. Back to G.G. Smith. Smith, the freshman. Anderson, they try to go inside, and it's knocked away by Rashard Lee, showing some of that athleticism. Tennessee with a basketball and a 5-point lead. Brandon Wharton down to the corner to Lee. And another whistle here. This one, Hamer, assessed against the 7-foot senior Steve Hamer.
Rusty Herring thought he had his elbow up a little bit too high that time, caused the foul. You see, trying to get good position down low, the right arm, the right elbow up high. And Rusty Herring said it was a little too high. Gives Hamer his first foul.
And to the line goes Carlos Strong. Strong averaging a little better than 12 points a game and hitting 68% from the line. And that's good, with the exception of K2 Davis, who is hitting 70%. Strong, the best shooter. And even Davis is down. He had 82% last year and opened this game for the year hitting 70%.
Carlos Strong has been a real consistent player in Georgia during his career. Started all 101 games, got that one to go down for number 4, but has only not scored in 4 games of those 101, and that was the last time out. Kevin O'Neill not real happy here.
And Strong converted the shot, and now John Clougherty and O'Neill are going after this one. They're going to sort this out here. Trying to pick up O'Neill there. It was a warning here with the elbows flying from John Clougherty.
As a player, you don't mind elbows being thrown once in a while, but you don't want them from the neck up. You want them down on your body. Once you get in the face area, it becomes too serious.
Ray Harrison, front court for Georgia. Strong. There's a steal by Aaron Green. They had an advantage if they pushed it. But decide otherwise. Now Williams. Williams working against Smith. Hamer against 2 defenders. Rolls off, no good. Richard Lee pulls it away. Out to Wharton. They work the perimeter again and again into Hamer. 3 men on him. The shot will not go. And a charge coming against Steve Hamer. An offensive foul against the Tennessee center. Fans don't like it.
Hamer down low, the low post. Carlos Strong trying to body that time. A little acting job as Hamer turns around, but that's his second foul. Georgia doing a good job sagging down low, and you see Steve Hamer not real happy with that call from the official.
So Georgia will get the basketball. Hamer departs, and Scott Moore returns to the game for Tennessee with 1:55 to play in the first half. Second foul on Hamer. Ray Harrison, Anderson, Smith, works the ball to Jones. Strong again to Harrison, who pops out. Anderson, this is Smith. Smith around Green, knocked away. Moore had the hands up. Shane Williams, front court for Tennessee, to Scott Moore. Off to Williams. A jumper for 3 will not go. Georgia back. G.G. Smith handling the ball after Jones came up with a rebound. They go low. Jones tried to reverse it. Nothing out of that. Damon Johnson back for Tennessee. A minute left to play in the first half, with Tennessee leading by 3. Back out. The 3-point attempt by Williams rolls the rim and out. Steve Jones rebounding. Both teams cold here in the closing couple of minutes of the first half.
Now, Tennessee really looking low for Hamer, but he's out of the lineup in foul trouble, so now they've gone to the perimeter game, and not a real good shooting team from the outside.
Ray Harrison. A 3-point Tennessee lead. 10 seconds on the shot clock, about a 13-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. Smith off to the corner, back out to Harrison. Down to 2 on the shot clock as he gets it away, hits the rim, no good. 10 seconds left to go in the half. Tennessee with a basketball. Richard Lee into the front court, and we have a foul. Richard Lee hit the deck as he was fouled with 5 seconds left. Foul by Harrison. Ray Harrison charged with the personal foul.
Richard Lee says, fellas, I'll handle the basketball. I'm not sure where I'm going here. And Harrison tries to step in and take the charge, but too late. So Richard Lee will go to the line for the Volunteers, shooting 33%. Only been there 3 times during the course of the season. Made one of those.
That's 6'6" freshman out of Durham, North Carolina. How do you get out of there?
Was the Durham Mr. Basketball his senior year in high school. Great players coming out of the Durham area.
And the shot's going to go. So Richard Lee with another one coming. Tennessee up by 4. Georgia has won the last 6 meetings between these two teams. Tennessee will have a halftime lead today. The shot no good. And with a little better than 4 seconds left, Georgia is asking for a 20-second timeout. A reminder, following our game today at 2, we'll bring you the
4.4 seconds before halftime here. Plenty of time for Georgia to get it down the length of the court. Look for Tennessee now to extend their defense, maybe go a little 3-quarter to full court pressure, trying to slow down the penetration up court.
The inbound. Carlos Strong for 3. Off the rim, no good as the buzzer sounds, ending the first half. Tennessee has built a 4-point lead. Surprisingly, it is Tennessee 29 and Georgia 25 from Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's go to Carl Ravitch, who's standing by in the studio.
Hi, Dwayne. Thank you very much. Good half there. Good halves going on across the country. 16 of the top 25.
Tennessee, a surprising halftime lead for Tennessee because only 3 times have the Georgia Bulldogs trailed at the half this year. That all resulted in 3 losses.
Well, the story has been the pace of the ball game. Kevin O'Neal really doing a good job of his team controlling the tempo. Only 29 first half points. You double that out, but the final score 58-50, and that's right where Tennessee wants to be. On the other end, Georgia a little impatient maybe on the offensive end, not shooting the ball very well.
Well, Tennessee battling through the first half here and grabbing the lead. They've done it behind the play. K2 Davis for Georgia.
Davis with a good steal here. Good anticipation, goes down and finishes it with a one-handed slam. He's got 3 first-half steals for Georgia. Also, Shannon Anderson with a good drive here. Nordine had 6 points, a little soft jumper that time. He did pick up 4 fouls, so they couldn't miss his scoring in the second half. For Tennessee, it's been all Steve Hamer. A little soft turnaround jumper here, showing that soft frame, a little excitement, trying to get the Volunteers going.
The halftime numbers.
Yeah, field goal
Georgia
percentage
just not shooting at all.
Just terrible. 7 of 27 from the field, 26%. Both teams shooting pretty well from the free throw line. And the big difference rebounds, Georgia has not gotten many second chance as Tennessee doing a good job on the defensive glass.
Kyle, Georgia, the leading rebounding team in the SEC, only holding a 1-rebound advantage on Tennessee as we start second half play. Robinson handling the ball out front for Georgia. Off to K2 Davis, and a turnover across the baseline. Carl Strong could not handle the basketball, and Tennessee will get it back. The leading scorers, Davis and Wharton, for the respective teams. K2 Davis also had 4 steals in that first half. Tennessee with a 4-point lead on the basketball. Brandon Wharton. And the Hamer back out to Wharton, who will try for 3. It will not go down. A battle for Harris, who tries to take it back up, but the ball was knocked away. Bell prevented Harris from coming back and converting that rebound into 2.
Harris doing an outstanding job on the offensive glass. If Tennessee can just find someone to fill it up from outside, it's really going to open up the middle down low, and Hamer can make those kick-out passes as he did that time.
Tennessee with a basketball. Damon Johnson out to Wharton on the inbound. Now Shane Williams. The jumper out of the corner will not go for Johnson. Georgia back. Robinson down the left sideline to Bell. Robinson in that corner. Robinson, a 6'1" senior. Low for Bell, trying to go around Hamer. The ball deflected, goes out of bounds, knocked out by Steve Hamer.
Definitely, again, Tennessee's pace of the ball game. Georgia at that time trying to isolate down low to get maybe Hamer's 3rd foul of the ball game.
Carlos Strong. Georgia normally hitting 48% from the floor. That shot clock down to 4 as Strong scores. Carlos Strong makes it a 2-point game. Damon Johnson into the front court. Working for Tennessee. Williams. Wharton. Now the jumper from Johnson. That's going to go. Damon Johnson. 31-27. is low along the baseline. Strong trying to put it up. Trying to put it up against Harris. Harris charged with the foul.
Let's take a look down low as Carlos Strong, squaring up last time down low, used the glass. Soft touch. Got it to go. Strong on the other side this time draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Corey Harris picked up his 3rd foul for the Volunteers.
And Strong converts this one.
Ready, guys. 1, ready?
Strong. Another one coming. This one is good, so he converts them both.
Now what Georgia's trying to do to pick up the pace of the game, they've extended their full court pressure here, really going after it, being a lot more aggressive. That time a little too aggressive. K2 Davis got his feet tangled up with Williams.
And Williams hit the deck, the foul against K2 Davis. That's 3 on K2 Davis. They already have one of their big men, John Nordine, out with 4. Georgia with backcourt pressure.
Tennessee doing a fine job of controlling it, though, not getting ragged here in the offensive end.
Williams, front court to Johnson. Head off to Brandon Wharton. Now the jumper by Williams. It will not go. The rebound. Hamer. Now another three-point attempt will not go, this time by Wharton, who missed the shot. Bell rebounding. Robinson back for Georgia.
Well, if you can shoot in this ball game nowadays, there's definitely a position for you.
And Robinson hits for 3 for Georgia. So that makes it a 1-point game. 32-31. Georgia out in front. Damon Johnson. Williams.
Georgia once again just sagging back down low on Hamer, challenging Tennessee to shoot from the outside.
And so far they've attempted, but they've not been able to convert. Wart pitches it off to Williams. 4 on the shot clock, and he hits for 3. Shane Williams answers with a big 3 for Tennessee. 34-32. Robinson moves the ball to Anderson. Shandon Anderson. Strong. Ball away. Good. Baseline right. Over Scott Moore.
Strong starting to pick up the intensity in the offensive in this second half. Had 4 at halftime, already with 10 now.
And the game is tied. Brandon Wharton. Moore pops out. Off to Williams. Here goes to Hamer. Back to Williams. Inside, Moore drops it, recovers, puts it up and in.
Nice pass by Williams.
Scott Moore, the 6'11 freshman, with the bucket. Tennessee by a pair. Strong will pump for 3, not going to go. And the rebound back to Williams. Tennessee front court on the move. Here's a give, and it is good for Damon Johnson. Johnson got it to drop. The 6'4 senior, in Tennessee's up by 4, 38-34. K2 Davis. Terrell Bell. Low for Strong, and some bumping going on down there. Scott Moore trying to stop Strong. We have 15:36 to play and a timeout on the floor with Tennessee leading Georgia 38-34.
They like to play the low-scoring contest all year long. That's been the way they've done it. As you see the scoring punch there, if you will. 7 games have been in the 50-point range for the Volunteers offensively. 4 at 60, 2 at 70, only 1 in 80. Now they're averaging 61-6, but on the defensive end, they're only giving up 59-7. So they really like the low-scoring contest. They want to keep it close to the last 4 minutes, and they feel they've got a chance to win.
Georgia averaging close to 85 points a game. They scored just 25 in the first half this afternoon. Bell out front. K2 Davis goes back to save it. Anderson dishes off Strong. And a whistle along the baseline. Carlos Strong trying to go to the basket. And he was fouled by Brandon Wharton. Wharton's first. 3rd team foul. Bell moves it out front to Robinson. Now Davis, a jumper for three. Back to the rim and out. And Hamer takes the rebound away. He took it away from Bell. Wharton, Tennessee leading by 4 into Hamer, and this one will fall. Steve Hamer with a bucket to make it a 6-point game.
Again, Tennessee trying to get the Hamer in the hands on the ball every offensive possession.
Quick pass to Strong. This one will not go by Anderson, and Hamer rebounds again. Biggest lead for Tennessee. They have a chance to add to the 6-point advantage. Hamer into the front court.
Hamer doing it all. Scoring some points, getting a rebound. Hey, I'll even bring it up court.
Baseline to baseline. Here's a jumper. Shane Williams. Hamer with a rebound. Now Williams. Wharton. They take it to the corner to Johnson. Johnson starts to move across the lane, and it's picked away. A steal by Robinson, who goes to the glass. Knocked away by Johnson, but counted. Johnson batted it away, but it's going to count.
See down low, look at Steve Hamer, a little spin move to the middle. Soft touch as it bounces a couple times off the rim, but falls down through. The last play, Bertha Robinson with a good steal, and Johnson from behind tries to get to it before it gets to the glass, but it makes contact. Oh, I don't know, that may have been a good block.
It goes into the books as 2 for Georgia. Steve Jones into the game. Martin starting in for Tennessee. Working against Robinson. They also have Michael Chadwick in there. Here's the jumper. Wharton open, but misses the shot. Strong with a rebound. Davis for Georgia. Pass to Robinson. Chadwick starts to move. Off to Strong. Robinson comes out to take the pass. Tennessee up by 4. Make it 2 now as Davis scores. 40-38.
Georgia kind of backing off that full court pressure now, playing into Tennessee's hands once again, the half-court game.
Williams to Wharton in the corner. Looking low for Hamer. Hamer has it knocked away, but comes up with the ball, tries to go baseline around Strong, and a whistle. A foul assessed against Carlos Strong.
Hamer down low, a little spin move this time, baseline. Out of bounds.
Yep, he stepped out of bounds.
Official felt Strong committed the foul before he did step out of bounds. Hamer feeling the defensive pressure towards the middle to give the baseline spin that time. So Strong goes out of the lineup for the Bulldogs with 3.
Third foul against Strong. The inbound into Aaron Green. Good for 3. So Green in there and pops for 3 immediately.
I found my shooter for the Volunteers.
43-38. Robinson to Davis. Bell. Davis starts to move. Cut off. Chadwick darts in. Drops it off. Knocked away. And Williams comes up with the ball. Shane Williams. Now across the timeline. Hamer across the court. Green. Lee into Hamer, and he tries to go to the glass. And his foul, he wound up on the floor battling 3 defenders. And he was fouled.
Yeah, every time Georgia has been late doubling down, the Hamers have made some productive moves here. The low post pass from Lee. Little pump fake to get him in the air. Gets slapped across the head.
So Jones charged with the foul.
Yeah.
Hamer at the line, converts this one.
By Green hitting that long jumper, now that kind of opened up the middle. Georgia a little late getting down to that double down that time.
In and out for Hamer. It will not go. Ball goes out of bounds. Georgia couldn't find a handle. Out on Jones, and Tennessee will come up with a basketball. A 6-point lead for Tennessee, and Hamer's going to get a breather. Hamer goes to the Tennessee bench. Moore back in. The inbound to Shane Williams. So Tennessee with an opportunity to take advantage of the Georgia turnover. Damon Johnson. Shane Williams now It's going to go for the 6'11 freshman. 46-38. Tennessee leading by 8. Robinson and the ball out of bounds. Knocked out by Rashard Lee. 11:55 left in the game. 46-38 Tennessee. Timeout on the floor.
To play for a team in the NBA.
Kyle Macy, Dwayne Stats from Knoxville, Tennessee, where the Volunteers have opened a 46-38 lead over Georgia. They've been riding Steve Hamer, who went out just to catch his breath.
He really did, just exhausted. He had to go to the bench to catch his breath because he's doing everything. He's scoring points, he's getting rebounds, an inspirational leader of the Volunteers, and has really turned it on this second half.
Hamer came into the game their leading scorer, averaging just under 18 a game and over 9 rebounds. Has 7 rebounds already, 9 points overall.
It really helped when Shane Williams hit that three, then Aaron Green also hit a three. All of a sudden, Georgia's got to extend out and open up the middle down low for Hamer.
Carlos Strong to Robinson for Georgia. Shandon Anderson. Anderson spinning inside and hits from about 8 feet. Anderson, an important bucket. 46-40. Aaron Green. Now here's Scott Moore. This time it will not go down for him. The ball loose and out front to Williams. Green for 3. Too long this time. K2 Davis rebounding. Robinson into the front court for Georgia. Strong and Anderson, but a whistle. Count the bucket. Count the bucket for Shandon Anderson. And a whistle by John Clougherty. We'll take another look at the play.
See Kevin O'Neill not real happy with that call that they did count the basket by Anderson, a three-pointer. Anderson trying to step it up for the Bulldogs after the timeout. There's the foul. Anderson up in the air, so the continuation, it should count.
Here's Davis, who takes it inside, and another whistle as Davis has to aggressively go to the basket. It's a three-point game here, 46-43. And Kevin O'Neill will send Hamer back into the game.
A chance for a 5-point swing if Davis can get these 2 free throws to go down.
Scott Moore leaves for Tennessee. And Davis is at the line. The first one will not drop for him. Davis, 11 points to go with his 4 steals so far this afternoon. He converts this one. So suddenly it's a 2-point game again. Pressure in the backcourt. Aaron Green. Green with a pass ahead and mishandled by Lee. Hamer came up with it. Now Green, and they throw it away. The turnover, a big turnover for Tennessee. And the Volunteers want a timeout. 10 minutes and 54 seconds to play. They had an 8-point lead, and just like that, Georgia has come back to make it a 2-point contest, 46-44. Coming up at 4 today, exciting college hoop action.
Kevin O'Neill not wanting the game to get out of hand, felt the momentum was starting to shift, so tried to call that 20-second timeout to break this Georgia momentum.
Robinson for Georgia. To the line. Off to Anderson for 3. Front of the rim. Bell with a rebound, but another whistle. And we're going to walk the other way. Bell cleared it. But the whistle against Bell. Tennessee with a basketball back. Against the Georgia backcourt pressure. Shane Williams and Aaron Green working against the Bulldog defense into the front court with a pass to Hamer. Shane Williams across the top of the key. Into the corner. This is Lee. Lee popping to the top of the key. Lee hits him there, and the three-point attempt, no good. Anderson rebounding. Long pass down to Robinson. Anderson at the line, spins, tried to go up, is blocked there by Johnson, and he draws the whistle.
Shandon Anderson trying to pick it up, but showing some senior leadership. The last few possessions really become offensive-minded. A good spin move to drive that time. But Georgia in a similar situation last time out at home against Florida. They only led by 4 with about 8 minutes to play. They proceeded to run off a 21-0 run to put that game away against the Gators. Tubby Smith looking for a similar run here.
And Anderson hits that. They won 71-46 and outscored the Florida bench 30-0. Brandon Wharton reports back into the game, replacing Damon Johnson. Anderson at the line with 12 points, averaging better than 15.5 a game, and hits this one. Georgia, the Bulldogs have come back to tie it. Now the ball mishandled. Wharton saves it into the front court, but picked away. Georgia basketball. They're strong on the pass from Anderson, and the Bulldogs lead by 2, 48-46. So the Tennessee lead evaporated, and now the Volunteers trail by 2.
Georgia starting to do it on the defensive end. No control on the pass there. Bell picks it up, and watch this touch pass by Shandon Anderson. He sees his teammate hardly in his hand before he gets it down low to Strong for an easy 2.
So Georgia on a 10-0 run. The last foul charge to Anderson is second. Wharton front court for Tennessee. Shane Williams.
Got to get it to Hamer.
Williams off the top of the key to Green. Hamer and a whistle. So a foul coming against Bell. So Bell is charged with his 4th. They already have 4 on Nordine. Still 9 minutes and 25 seconds to play in this game. Tennessee gets set to send Torrey Harris back into the game. He will replace Richard Lee. Bell leaves for Georgia, and Ray Harrison off the bench for the Bulldogs. Aaron Green to inbound. Wharton back out front for Williams. Here's Green trying to go inside to Hamer. Now they work the perimeter, and Wharton 3 hits this time. Brandon Wharton, a 3-pointer, and Tennessee's up by 1. Harrison. Now here's Robinson answering with 3. Eartha Robinson. And Georgia again grabs a 2-point lead. Green looking to get it in and cannot, so he calls for time. Aaron Green looking for an open man, and Tennessee will use a timeout. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to play. Georgia 51-49 over Tennessee.
Tough with the Georgia Bulldogs. One reason, excellent ball movement by the Volunteers. 4 of the Volunteers touched the ball in this offensive possession. Looking down low for Hamer. He kicks it out top. A good shot there, but no, my teammates open better. Brandon Wharton from deep in the corner for 3. Now has 10 points, double figures. Volunteers only trail by 2, 51-49 with 8:55 to play in the ball game.
Volunteers have out-rebounded Georgia in the second half, 10-5. The foul situation for Georgia, serious. Nordine at 4, Bell now with 4, and Strong has 3 with 8:55 to play in this game.
Every time Georgia starts to make a run, they commit a foul, and it kind of breaks that momentum. But they've done a better job the second half picking up the full court pressure.
Johnson handling the ball against pressure. Off to Green. Shane Williams. Damon Johnson, a 6'4 senior for Tennessee. Works it to the line. Now Williams. Hamer inside. Back out front. And a 3-second call here as Wharton started to step in. ESPN presents the Hooters Hula Bowl tomorrow at 8 Eastern. The best college football all-stars team up as the East takes on the West in the 50th anniversary Hula Bowl. Live from Aloha Stadium, Honolulu, Hawaii. Coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Harrison in control of the basketball for Georgia. And a kick ball. Aaron Green kicked it.
Georgia's still struggling in the half-court offensive set, trying to get better spacing, move the ball around, looking more for Shandon Anderson. Tennessee collapses so well down low, it's hard to get an easy one like that by Davis.
Davis misses underneath. Tennessee down with the ball. Brandon Wharton. Volunteers down by 2. That goes out of bounds, knocked away by Robinson. Robinson pleading his case, but it's going to belong to Tennessee. Shane Williams to initiate the inbound. Tubby Smith looking on. His team up by 2. And a steal by Robinson, but it's stolen right back by Wharton to Hamer, who dunks the ball. How about the exchange there?
A great presence of mind by Brandon Wharton to find Hamer on the floor while he's laying down there trying to control the ball.
The game is tied at 51. Forced inside, the ball loose, picked up by Williams. Now Wharton. Here's Green in this tie game. Hamer draws a crowd. Williams to Wharton. Green in the corner. Green looking for Hamer. Hamer goes to the glass. Gonna go. Hamer with 13. 53-51 Tennessee. Tubby Smith wanted a charge out of that. No call. Robinson working the ball for Georgia. A pick set by Anderson out front. Robinson darts inside. Davis starts to attack. Robinson. And the ball knocked away. Harrison hung up the pass. Williams down with it. Williams for Tennessee. Off to Wharton. They'll work it again, and now a whistle. They work the perimeter, and we'll go into the 1-and-1.
Here's a last exchange. Wharton, good hustle there, just diving for the loose ball. He still doesn't have it under control, but somehow knows that Hamer's down low. And he goes up, no doubt about that one. But Tennessee, the last 3 possessions, have come up with steals.
The foul against Strong, and now he has 4 to join his teammates, Nordine and Bell, with 4 apiece. Hamer converts this one. He has 14 points. Now 4 of 7 from the line. Nordine back into the game, replacing Strong with 6:34 left. Hamer misses this one. A scramble for the ball, and Tennessee called for timeout. It was Lee who covered up on the ball and called for time with 6:29 to play. 54-51 Tennessee.
If you're going
Tennessee leading Georgia 54-51. They continue to out-rebound Georgia in the second half, 12-5. On our dollar storyline, Georgia from the floor, 16 of 41. Anderson leading with 13 points. Hamer 14 points for Tennessee. The Volunteers 18 of 37. Georgia coming in the leading rebounding team in the SEC, but Steve Hamer has had a big day for Tennessee. Georgia averaging close to 85 points a game, and Tennessee has kept the lid on that.
I really like the pace of this game. They're happy that it's a 54-51 contest with 6:27 to play.
Brandon Wharton. Williams. Hamer shoots it back out. This is Wharton against Robinson. Spinning. Looking. Williams. Now Rashard Lee to the glass. Not going to go, but there's Hamer. Hamer stepping up big again. 56-51.
That was all created, though, Dwayne, by somebody else taking the offensive initiative.
Robinson answers with a 3. Just like that, it's a 2-point game.
Robinson, some big threes. That's his 3rd this afternoon.
Damon Johnson pass into the corner. Williams low to Hamer. Double team there. Johnson swings it to Wharton. Back to Williams. Here's a 3 attempt. It will not go. And the rebound to Steve Jones for the Bulldogs. Davis down the left sideline. Georgia down by 2. Anderson takes it inside, drops it off for Davis. Not going to go. Hamer rebounding, and he is tied up. Hamer tied up by Nordin.
Hamer doing it not only offensively with his offensive moves, but also on the rebounds. That time just catching it, going right back up with a two-handed slam.
The possession arrow on the tied-up ball goes to Tennessee. Damon Johnson trying to get it in. Hamer at midcourt. Now he's tied up there for a moment, but it's Williams who comes out to relieve the pressure. Shane Williams back to Hamer. Johnson in the corner. Williams floats it into Hamer. Boy, what a crowd. And he is fouled. I think this time it's going to be on Jones. He was sandwiched in there, and Jones will be charged with the foul.
Well, Georgia really collapsing down low on Steve Hamer. He gets the ball. Look at there, 4 Georgia Bulldogs, and with the initiative, draws the foul. Not sure if they gave that to Jones or may have been Nordin's. That's his fifth.
It is going to be Nordin. You're right. So Nordin has picked up his 5th, and that's going to be it for him. And Bell will come off the bench to replace him. He's playing with 4 fouls. So Nordin, the 6'8" freshman, has fouled out with 4 points.
You may have heard Tubby Smith a little upset with this team, their shot selection. What kind of shots we shoot? We got to get them within our offense, high percentage shots. But again, Georgia, the pace dictates that. Sometimes you get impatient when you haven't touched the ball in so long after playing defense. You just want to take the first shot you see.
Here's Hamer at the line with 16. He makes it 17. 17 points and 10 rebounds for Hamer. Tennessee by 3. Not going to go. And the ball taken away by Lee. Volunteers hang on. Rashard Lee, the freshman. Lee on the right side against Jones. Lee out front. Wharton. Tennessee giving Georgia all at once and more. Here's the jumper. That's good for 2. Wharton with a pair. 59-54. Well, the Tennessee fans delighted last night by an exciting victory from their women's team over Vanderbilt. The men's team giving them something to cheer about this afternoon. Shane Williams whistled on this one. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to play. Georgia, 3 timeouts left. Tennessee with 1. Tennessee out of 22nd timeouts. Georgia, 1 of those left. At the line, Robinson. Robinson with 11 points. Makes it a dozen now.
Bertha now 9 of 13 on the year, a little over 67%. Has scored some big baskets here lately. The three-pointer and now the free throw to keep Georgia close.
A 4-point game. And he converts this one as well. 59-56. Brandon Wharton for Tennessee. Volunteers looking for their second conference win, coming in 1-4. The Bulldogs 2-2 in SEC play.
Georgia yet to win on the road, though, in the SEC.
Here's a jumper on the way from Rashard Lee. It will not go. Williams, Tennessee, hangs onto the basketball. Damon Johnson. Hamer, and he is fouled as Hamer tried to go to the glass. Hamer on his way to the bucket, and another foul against Georgia. This one will be against Bell.
Nice pass over the top by Damon Johnson. And he's going to try to dunk it. Bell comes from behind for the block. And Bell is on his way to the bench as that was his 5th foul. Bell not real happy with that, as you can see. But Steve Hamer doing a good job holding his position as the ball came over the top.
So Bell fouls out with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this game. John Nordine, the 6'8 freshman, had already fouled out. Bell will leave with 2 points. So the Bulldogs have lost both Nordine and Bell. They have Carlos Strong with 4 fouls. And at the line, Steve Hamer. He converts this one. Hamer now with 18 points. His high is 30. He had 30 against Auburn. 19 now. Bertha Robinson. They have Jones and Anderson in the game. Strong back in. Davis completing the Georgia 5. Robinson working and a hold away from the ball. This one will be against Tennessee. The foul against Brandon Wharton. With Kyle Macy, Dwayne Stats from Knoxville, Tennessee, Thompson Bowling Arena, where the Tennessee Volunteers have a 61-56 lead over the number 22 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Tennessee led by 4 at the half, 29-25. Bertha Robinson with 13 points goes to the line. He is 2 for 2 on the afternoon, but misses this one. And Rashard Lee up with a big rebound for Tennessee. He has made some big plays in this game. Wharton. It's back to Lee. Hamer. Williams. Tennessee continues to be deliberate, move the ball, and all the while looking for Hamer inside. It's quite a battle. They're down to 4 on the shot clock. Lee with a jumper. It will not go, but the ball back to him, knocked away, and a whistle. 2 minutes 45 seconds left in this game. Following our game at 2 Eastern, we'll bring you the continuing first-round action of the PGA Senior Tournament of Champions from Puerto Rico. That coming up next. Brandon Wharton to Williams. Williams top of the key. They swing it to Johnson. 2.5 minutes left. 17 on the shot clock. Wharton out of the corner. Not going to go. Davis rebounding for Georgia. Quickly into the front court. 3 men back. A 3-on-3 break. And Jones lays it up and in. Steve Jones makes it a 3-pointer. 61-58. The ball into Hamer in the backcourt. Double team. Trying to get out of trouble. Wharton is there to help him. Bodies on the floor in the backcourt. Shane Williams. Williams out to Wharton. Tennessee with 50 left.
Tennessee with a chance for a break that time, but decided the clock was more important, so they take it back out, reset. Georgia really picking it up defensively.
Lee, Rashard Lee out there. 10 on the shot clock. That ball loose. Wharton. Here's a jumper by Williams. It will not go. And another big Georgia rebound. Jandon Anderson up with this one. 1:24 left. Tennessee by 3. Robinson. Off to Anderson. Here's a shot for 3. No good. And the ball down to Williams. Shane Williams. 1:10 left to play. Tennessee with the ball up by 3.
Well, Georgia look for a sticky defense. I don't think they'll foul, but Tennessee, on the other hand, they want to move it around, but they've got to get the ball down low to Steve Hamer when it comes time to score.
Williams. The shot clock down to 15.
Definitely don't want to foul now.
Williams off to Wharton. Hamer inside, and it will go down. Georgia with a rebound. Davis back for the Bulldogs. Ahead to Jones, and he lays it up and in to make it a 1-point game. 61-60 with a little over 36 seconds to play. So Tennessee holding on to this 1-point lead. A timeout on the floor.
ESPN's presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by the new Dodge. We're thinking ahead. By Molson Ice from Canada, the land where ice was born. And by DirecTV. It's personalized TV.
The Georgia Bulldogs have won the last 6 games played between these two teams, including a 57-56 win last year here in Knoxville. We have a 1-point game with 36.7 seconds left to go this afternoon. 61-60. Tennessee up by that point this time.
There you see the timeout situation, and Kevin O'Neal inserting the good free throw shooters on his team as well as the ball handlers. Aaron Green in, Brandon Wharton in, Shane Williams, and Steve Hamer, the big guy in the middle.
And the inbound Johnson, heavy-duty pressure in the backcourt. Trap back there. Hamer trying to help the ball loose. Johnson now into the front court, and we have a whistle on the collision. The foul against Georgia. The pass intended for Wharton. And in the battle for the ball, Robinson is charged with the foul with 26 seconds left.
Tennessee having all kind of trouble getting the ball up floor. Finally throw one over the top, and Pertha Robinson looks like he came up with a deflection. Both players going for it. John Clougherty thought a little bit too much contact there. And Wharton will go to the free throw line for the Volunteers. Robinson picks up his second foul.
Harrison leaves, and Carlos Strong returns to the game for Georgia. As Wharton, 4 for 4 today. You see a 74% free throw shooter. He has 14 points overall and hits this one. 62-60.
Plenty of time, still 26 seconds. Wharton makes this a big key, whether they go 3 or 2. May want to go a quick key, though.
And it's good. A 3-point game now with 25 seconds left. Robinson. Top of the key. Inside Jones. It will drop, and a timeout.
Good move there.
Again, a 1-point game as Jones came up with a 2-pointer.
I like that decision by Georgia in that they took their time, got a quick 2. They still got plenty of time, 15 seconds to play.
63-62 here, Tennessee. Let's go to Carl.
All right, Dwayne, thank you.
Leading 63-62 here with 15.2 seconds left. The timeout situation, Georgia, Tennessee each with 1 full timeout. The 20-second timeout, Georgia has 1 left.
I like that decision, though, by the Bulldogs to try to get the quick 2. Still 15 seconds. They can commit a foul here, maybe not get the best free throw shooter for the Volunteers as it did last time with Wharton going to the line. Maybe foul Hamer or even Williams, even though Williams is a senior. He's only shooting 60%. So look for the Bulldogs. Try to come up with a quick steal. If not, commit the quick foul.
And Harrison's in the game replacing Strong, who has 4 fouls. Johnson with inbound. He'll look for a man and finds Hamer, who is fouled immediately by Harrison. So Harrison inserted into the game for that purpose, and now Strong will come back off the bench with just under 14 seconds to play.
And you're playing the percentages now, and that earlier Wharton was shooting a 73% shooter. Hamer now goes to line only 56% on the year, 7 of 12 this afternoon.
19 points overall.
Substitutions for Georgia. Carlos Strong comes back in as Harrison goes out. Tennessee taking all their players off the free throw line, making sure there's no fouls over the back.
And Hamer hits a big one. Hamer makes it 64-62. He has 20 points. The women won here last night, a thriller over Vanderbilt, 85-82. Hamer hits them both to make this one a 3-point lead. 21 points for Hamer.
Got to go for 3 now.
Jones. Anderson. Davis, they mishandle it. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Tennessee. Jones couldn't find a handle, and with 4.5 seconds left, Tennessee leading by 3 will get the basketball. Tubby Smith wants a timeout with 4.5 seconds left to play. Tennessee up by 3. Georgia looking for the 3-point attempt, couldn't find it.
Well, they did a good job of Georgia did playing the percentages. Tennessee, an excellent job making the free throws and good aggressive defense here. Georgia a little out of sync as the ball is deflected out. Wharton hustling, trying to get it to Steve Jones.
couldn't get control, knocks it out of bounds. But Georgia did what they had to do percentage-wise, just didn't execute the last possession there to get the good look at the basket for a three-point shot.
Hamer has come up big for Tennessee. He stepped to the line at that point, 7 of 12 on the year, 56%. But he converted them when they needed him to open this game to a three-point advantage.
Yeah, he really played big down the stretch, made 4 in a row down the stretch from the free throw line. Normally a free throw shooter of that percentage, 56. You don't expect to put a streak together like that.
Aaron Green will do the inbounding. Looking for an open man. Williams fouled with just under 3 seconds. So we'll go to the other end of the court. 2.9 seconds left to go in the game. Stay with us. The PGA Senior Tournament of Champions coming up next. Just seconds away. Shane Williams, 5 points, 2 of 2 from the line, at the line for Tennessee. 66-62. Shane Williams with another shot coming. 67-62. Robinson from three-point range will let it fly. It's no good at the buzzer. And Tennessee has upended Georgia 67-62. The Georgia Bulldogs ranked 22nd. Now 11-4. The Tennessee Volunteers 9-7. For Kyle Macy, Dwayne Stamps, and our ESPN crew, it's all over in Knoxville, Tennessee, with a final score 67-62 Tennessee.